Just Cause, a game which rewards you for blowing up everything ever. Well, nearly. Having played Just Cause 2 on Steam, racking up 87 hours on that so far, and then Just Cause 3 for 59 hours and counting, I had to check this one out. Just Cause, I picked up, I think it was either last year or the year beforehand from a Square Enix Mystery Christmas bundle. I got a bunch of games out of that bundle, never touched them. Typical, with most bundles these days. I decided to visit where the series began. I noticed a lot of mixed reviews on Steam, people outright saying, skip this one, go straight for the second game. Which I found to be a little harsh. It couldn't be that bad. Could it? Once you step into the game, you realise that it instantly feels very dated. Old Father Time has not been kind to Just Cause. Graphically though, it feels a bit like GTA 3. Like the best thing I can compare it to right now. The controls handle quite well for saying it's a pretty old game by now. Driving is actually somewhat smooth, gunplay is pretty bad at times however, and the whole turret system, which you encounter pretty much straight away as you jump into the game, is pretty bad. It's all based on auto-aim, what I can judge from that first encounter anyway. Maybe other such events later on give you a bit more freedom, but this felt really forced. After maybe 30 minutes playing this game, you really do start to appreciate Just Cause 2 and how far Avalanche came when they created the second game in the series. They really upped the game when they gave us that little gem. You notice fairly early that Just Cause gave birth to later things in the series. In this game you experience things you don't see in Just Cause 2, yet you do see in the third installment. Two examples I can easily give are the fact that airdrops are in the first game as they are in the third. Except so far in the first game, crates have not landed and exploded. That's happened to me a few times in the third game. Also, tearing down flags and putting up your own flag is in the first and the third game, but was missing from the second. Clearly you can see that in the third game, they wanted to give us the best from both the previous games. Options and settings wise, it's surprisingly empty. Although if you think about the time, that being 2006, you can expect a certain lack of customization and options. Larger screen resolutions are simply not supported by normal means. They might be moddable, I'm not sure, and iConfigurable again, maybe. One fairly substantial difference I found between the first game and the second and the third was the lack of a grappling hook. I searched the options and found a few keys bound to it, such as reading in or out the hook or releasing it, but nothing like we had in the second game, which is a little disappointing, unless it unlocks later in the game, which obviously I haven't found yet, I haven't played enough of it. After playing this for a couple of hours, and not really feeling the intended experience, I have to agree with some of the Steam reviews, sadly, which is that the game is pretty much skippable. For a better experience, just go ahead and play Just Cause 2. There's not much of a story from what I can tell in this game so far, so you're not really missing out there. However, on the other side of the coin, for the sake of $4.99, the current Steam price, and even cheaper in sales, which are soon, yes they are, if you're a die-hard fan of the other games, this one is probably worth snagging. You can even get a demo of this on Steam if you want to check it out, which might be nice to look at if you're unsure if you want to purchase the game or not. Can I recommend this game? Well, to any gamer who has never played either of the other two games, no, definitely not. It's not stood the test of time well at all. It feels clunky. For people who love the other two games, however, yeah, check it out. It's quite nice to see where it all began, and you will definitely appreciate the other two games a lot more. At least I did after playing this for a few hours. It's not a bad game for the time, far from it. But compared to today's standards and everything else we can play instead, you just get the second game cheap and have way more fun. As a final note, this game is 10 years old. I don't know about you guys, but I think that warrants a 10-year anniversary HD remake. Like they do for most games these days, eh? I think with an overhaul, people would lap this game up and I think they would like to replay the first one in the series when the second and third have held up so well. And there you have it. Just Cause reviewed 10 years later. Bit late, maybe.
Day, no?
Die Hard fans, go and get it. Otherwise, nah, skip it. Just Cause 2 and 3 are the way forward for this. Have many fond memories of Just Cause? Or any useful websites for tweaking settings that you may know about? Comments are always welcome. Give us a like, share, subscribe if you found this video useful. I guess the dislike button is, you know, kind of there too for all of you with dark matter where your heart once was. I've been Wolf, and I'll see you again next time.
Cut that out!
Look out! Get that guy!